The hope of finding closure for families of those who died in the Ethiopian Airlines plane crash appeared uncertain following reports that it will be difficult to match remains to DNA samples. According to the authorities, it could take months for analysts to match the body parts recovered from the crash scene to DNA samples family members will provide. Yesterday, the Ethiopian authorities kept a tight lid on information on the recovery process. Senior Kenyan officials, including Transport PSS Document, left Ethiopia last night, in the clearest indication yet that there is no end in sight into investigations into the crash whose reverberations have left permanent scars on hundreds of families. With the information blackout, family members have been left to their own devices in Addis Ababa, the Ethiopian capital, where information flow remains slow and scarce, exacerbating the pain of already distressed relatives. Relatives of one of the victims, Mama Sarah Hassan, for instance, camped at the Kenyan Embassy help desk. Her son, Khalid Abdikadir Mohammed, shared his frustration over the slow release of information on his mother and brother. "We are here hoping that we would have a clear indication of where matters stand, but we cannot even get a confirmation if we will be taken to the accident scene," said Mohammed. About 20 of his relatives had traveled from South Africa, with the hope of seeing and perhaps carrying home the remains of their loved ones for burial. Yesterday, they, like many other families, camped at the Ethiopian Airlines owned Skylight Hotel near Bole International Airport. Mohammed's younger brother and father broke down in the middle of a press interview, an indication of pain and frustration. The long way to bury their kin clashes with their religious belief that requires prompt burial of the dead. Islam requires one to be interred within 24 hours. Judaism, the Jewish religion, gives 72-hour window which expires on Thursday morning. Ofer Doch, a senior diplomat working in the Israeli embassy in Addis, was frustrated. While he did not lose any immediate family member in the crash, the fact that Ethiopian authorities had not released to his team remains of 2 Israelis on the ill-fated flight frustrated him a lot. Mr. Doch shared the pain of failing to live up to the Judaism teachings on treating the dead, unable to comprehend that there would be no remains to take back home after all. "We are here to help find our people, among the others, so that we can bury them according to our religion," Doch said. He protested that air crash investigators from his country had not been granted access to the hangar where the debris of the crashed debris is kept. An Israeli search and rescue organization that includes priests, known as Rabbi, had unsuccessfully tried to find anybody parts belonging to Jews, despite their dispatch hours after the Sunday morning crash. A requiem mass is scheduled for Thursday morning in Addis Ababa, a largely Christian community, to celebrate lives of the victims.